My name is Richard. I'm from Bloomington, California, and you're watching TJV. And some NASCAR too. I met Tanner here this morning. So hello again to you, Tanner. Thanks for coming to say hi to me at the Husky here in Nipigon, Ontario. We're headed east. We're a little east of Thunder Bay, Ontario already, and we're headed further east into the eastern part of the country, the eastern part. Further into Ontario, and then into Quebec, and then into New Brunswick. So it should be a really fun couple of days. I was telling you yesterday that I'm gonna get to show you the scenery and the fall colors that I was telling you about last week. I'm glad I get to come out here this time of year. Sometimes I miss it, you know, fall time is such a short time, or like when the leaves are falling, once they start turning color, they fall so quickly, and sometimes I miss it. So I'm glad I get to go into this part. I've said it a couple of times in the past couple of days that I believe Eastern Canada is the most beautiful place in Canada during the autumn and during the fall time because of their fall colors. They have more colors than we do on the prairies. That's not counting BC, but I'm just talking about the prairies. And the prairies are mostly browns, yellows, you know, beiges. But out east here, you get like bright red, you get purple, and you get all different shades of brown and yellow, and it's really the red leaves. It's the maple trees. They turn bright red. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's the maple trees that turn bright red. It's just amazing to see. And as you go over the hills, Manitoba doesn't have the hills either. And as you go over the hills in the east, you can just see the scattered colors on the rolling hills in front of you. It's just amazing. You'll see. You'll see. I wish I had my drone for this trip. Oh, I just thought of that. I do have all the parts that I need for it at home, and I'm going to be putting it all together when I get home next time. So my next trip, I'll have my drone back. But until then, we'll just have to make do with what we have. Watch out. This guy's pulling an expensive load. Oh my, be careful with that one, driver. Oh, you don't want to damage that one. Ooh. That's expensive right there. Wow. That's probably a very high-paying load. I wonder where he's taking it. Probably not very far. I can't see from here where his company is based out of. But probably not taking it that far, I'm guessing. That'd be very expensive to haul that old car across the country just by itself. But I bet you they're gonna restore it and make it look pretty nice. You know, my friend at the Boss Garage, have you seen the videos I've been sharing on my social media, my Facebook and Twitter from them? They're from Ontario. He's a mechanic. I bet you he'd love to work on that car. As most of you know on social media, those of you that do have me on Facebook and are nice, I've been trying to set up a new Facebook where we can be friends. I like that idea a lot better than you guys just liking a fan page. Now, I'm not getting rid of the fan page, but I opened up a page where we can be friends. And I did one last week, but something happened with the server or with Facebook, and anyways, Facebook must have decided that I was getting too many friends too quickly, and they got suspicious. So they wanted me to send in my ID to prove that I'm a real person, but their systems are down or they weren't working properly, and every time I tried to send in my ID to them to prove that it was me, it wouldn't work. So I couldn't get access to my page back, and it was just starting. Like, I just had a couple of hundred people, maybe about 1,000 people on there already. So I just started from scratch and started a new one. I'll try to put the link to that down below in the description. You can find it off my regular fan page on Facebook. It's just a link to a page where we can be friends. I like that idea. I like it a lot better, and my posts get out to more people that way. And I wanted to try it out. So I made a new one and sent out a Facebook message for people to go add me on there if they want to. If you don't want to be friends and whatnot, then you can always just go to the page and click follow. It's the same thing as being friends, but without the personal factor, I guess. Alrighty, let the day begin. I was kind of hoping to be able to get to my delivery point today before end of business day, but that's not going to happen. So they're expecting me there in the morning anyway. I was just hoping to be early. Not gonna happen. Nay, nay, not today, Trucker Josh. Hey, that rhymed. Nay, nay, not today. Cheap thrills, man. Cheap thrills. Alright, here we go. Hopefully we don't get stuck behind any slow pokes today. We're on Highway 17. We're going to be taking the Southern Highway 17 all the way through instead of going up on the 11. I hear that there's some pretty bad construction right now up on the 11, which I believe because that highway really needed it. So we're just east of Marathon, Ontario here. And they got this temporary bridge that we're going to go over here in a second. It's a one-lane bridge. They got these traffic lights here to make sure that we don't meet oncoming traffic. You see them working on the regular bridge off on the left there. I know I've showed you this before, but if you haven't heard it, I want to show you what it sounds like to drive over this bridge with a semi. It could be terrifying to some people. Alright, now keep in mind this is a temporary bridge, but I want to know in the comment sections down below, would you feel safe driving over this bridge after hearing this? You'll hear it. Just listen. Every time. Every time. I mean, it's never broken yet that I know of, but sure doesn't sound that sturdy, eh? What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. You guys want to see what a blasting site looks like? Check this out. Apparently they're widening the road here or something. Or they're just having fun with dynamite. Could be the latter. I would love to do that for a job. What do you do for a living? I blow stuff up. Nice. I'm sure they got like a fancy title too. Something like Rock Demolition Crew, Mark Demolition Contractor, Earth Mover. Oh, that would be a fun job.
We find ourselves deep in the Ontario jungle, with traffic nearby.
Guys, ruined my scene. Ruined my scene, Diesel. There's no highways in the jungle. So we just stopped here on this little pull-out for Diesel to go for a bathroom break, and that's not a lie, for me to go for a bathroom break too. I mean, to check the tires, make sure they're all full of air. That's why we stopped here. Yep. That's the only reason we stopped here. Yep. So this is one of the most secluded areas along the Trans-Canada 17. We are between Wawa and Sault Ste. Marie. Now obviously quite a bit of traffic goes through here because this is one of two highways that connect Eastern Canada and Western Canada at this point. The sun is right in your way, I know. But into these forests here is just like endless, untouched wilderness. Like, you could walk this direction right here. I'm sure you could walk through here for days and days and not find any civilization. You might bump into the odd logging road, maybe even the odd tiny little town, but you know, there is a chance that you may not even see civilization again going that way if you get lost. Now over here this way, just on the other side of this bush here in this highway, are the Great Lakes. So you would eventually hit some of the biggest freshwater lakes in the world, just on the other side of this bush here. Because this road follows the shoreline, right? That way is east towards Sault Ste. Marie. So fall isn't in full swing here in this part of Ontario yet, but you can see already the yellows and beiges and browns there. That's mostly the colors you would find in Manitoba. Here's a little bit more of an orangey color, but that's nothing yet. I've passed some of the trees already that have changed to bright red, but as you can tell, they're all still mostly green in this area here. They obviously haven't been too cold this season yet here. Some red in there. But all of this green turns to color yet. It gets a lot better. Maybe on the way back. We've made our way into Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario here. Going to be stopping in at the Pilot Flying J just up the road here. It's that new location. We were here just the other week. I think I'm gonna pick myself up some chicken wings. They got some good wings around here. Get myself some fuel at the same time. Hey Diesel, there's a dog over there. You see him? Over by the four-wheelers. See him? I'm surprised you didn't see him first, man. Alright, we gotta wash this window a little bit here, grab some food, grab some fuel. Stretch our legs, get the blood flowing properly again. I'm so glad they rebuilt this and that they're spending and investing so much into the Canadian pilot flying J's. Because honestly, they're blowing the competition out of the water, in my own opinion. Husky is very nice, Irving is very nice. But Pilot Flying J, I mean, they're nationwide and they're all over the US. They're from the US, I know. But it's just everywhere you go, there's a Pilot Flying J. It doesn't matter where you go. Irving's only in Eastern Canada or the East. And Husky, well, Husky is nationwide in Canada, but it's not in the States, you know what I mean? Alright, buddy. Looks like this guy's gonna be done first. We're gonna have to wait a little while here, Diesel, alright? Bruce Mines. Now, I bet you anything that there's a mine around here somewhere. And there used to be, or there still is, a Bruce around here somewhere. The town is called Bruce Mines. I bet you Bruce Mines stuff here. I mean, I'm just trying to put two and two together here. Nice little town. Town's been here for a while already. And that's one reason I like small town Canada and small town America. Because they don't change that quickly. I don't like it when everything changes so quickly. I like it just to stay the same. You know? And that's the day. Had to make a spot for ourselves here at the Petrol Pass in Sudbury, because I don't think that there's anywhere to park between here and Sturgeon Falls and North Bay pretty much. There's no truck stops from here to there. I've mentioned it before that it would be really great to have somewhere to park for the night between Sudbury and North Bay, Ontario. If you agree with me, hit that like button and leave me a comment down below to say you agree with me. We need some good parking between here and there. And if you know of some good parking, maybe you have a secret spot, you probably don't want to leave it in the comments down below, but hey, if it's not so secret and you know of a good spot, let me know down below in the comments as well. I'd really like to know better places to park around Sudbury and North Bay. This Petro Canada, or this Petro Pass, here on the south side of Sudbury, is the only place I know to park out here. And it's always full, always. I got like the last spot and I already had to park along the side of the driveway with these other guys here, so whatever. Make do with what we got, right? Never enough parking. There's never enough parking. You can see my security cameras are on here. They'll be good for the night, keeping track of anyone who's coming up beside my truck. Got this camera up here. It's rolling right now, but before I go to bed, I'll change it so that it only starts rolling when there's motion in front of me, so that I don't record the front of my truck all night unnecessarily. And this guy's coming beside me with some lumber. Anybody order some wood? Here it comes. Oh yeah. You go to town with that, buddy. Go to town. It's kind of dark, you can't really see it, eh? There it goes. All those trees. You know, I'm not a tree hugger of any sort, but when I see a load of trees like that go away, sometimes I wonder, you know, I wonder how old those trees were. You know, I wonder how long it took them to grow to that size. You know, maybe 20 years old, maybe 30, 40, 50 years old. Trees that small, what, maybe 20, 15 to 20 years old maybe? That's a long time. You know, I'm 28 myself, 28 and a half. These trees might be around my age. Can you imagine those things started growing when I was born and now just gone? And we turned into something else, maybe paper. But anyways, I'm tired. I'm beyond, well, I'm not beyond tired. I'm getting up to tired. So I'm gonna go back there, right there. Grab some sleep, and we're gonna wake up here in the morning, get going as soon as we can, go deliver some stuff, and then head into Quebec. I hope you join us. I make a new video every day, and I release it at 4 a.m. Central Time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It really does me a lot of good when you do that, and it makes you feel good too. I promise. Try it. Try it. Hit the thumbs up button. You'll feel good. I'll see you tomorrow.